All right, we got Vikings Weekly here. Tell it like it is. After a big win by the Vikes, again a 10-point lead late turns into a field goal. Thank God we benefited from the worst rule in the history of sport, where each team is not guaranteed the same fair opportunity. And that's the football overtime rules. And I don't care if you like it or not; it's a fact that it is the worst rule in sport because not every team is guaranteed the same opportunity. And you could say all you want, yeah, they should get a stop or whatever. Not the point. The other team should get the ball. It should be a full quarter. These guys get paid a lot of money. Put 15 minutes on the clock and decide the game the right way. We even had a Super Bowl in this way. Said it then. Even though we benefit, it is still the worst rule in sport. No other sport can give a person where they don't even have the same opportunity as the other. It's like letting the team only get up in the first half of the inning, and if they score a run, the game's over. No good. Everybody has to have the same opportunity. That's what America's supposed to be about. And here we are with the worst rule in sport. But hey, we benefited. And you could see they were tired, and Dalvin went right down the field for us. And then the great throw at the end there. So great win for the Vikes, 3-3. And the famous phrase, if the season ended today, we'd be in the playoffs. We'd be the 7th seed. That's correct. Even though there is an extra playoff spot this year, it is going to be a very hard year to make the playoffs. And the reason I say that is because I feel like there are 5 teams already gone that we're not going to be able to catch. So we got the Cards and the Rams. We're not going to catch them because we lost to the Cards. Rams are going to have to play, and that's going to be a freaking nightmare. So we got the Cards and the Rams. All right. We got the Pack. The boys are 5-1 after that one. I was hoping they'd lose. It wouldn't matter if we caught them anyway. I guess they're going to win that crappy division. It's just a tough league. And then, of course, the Bucks. They're all 5-1. So this is going to be a nightmare. So after that, it's us, the Bears. Okay, it's going to be tricky. Us, the Bears, I guess, you could say definitely that the 49ers are in the mix. Saints are in the mix. It's going to be tricky. Panthers are 3-3. That's why that game was so big. We put them behind us in a way. It's going to come down to these Bears games with us, though, and this 49er game. And we're going to have to beat the Bears. And the Bears' defense is still rough. Hicks has always been rough on Cook. We're going to have our defense try to win us a game. But that's a story for the end of the podcast there. So the other day, just some great things happened for us in this game. Let's start with Kirk Cousins, again, who took us down the field. Just incredible game by Kirk. Not his most accurate game as far as pass percentage because he's even had better ones. But again, 3 touchdowns. Does a great job. Makes a tackle on a play that's not up to him. Just a tough person. Gets a 16-yard scramble. Did a great job for us. And Kirk is he's a tough person. He's probably a linebacker's body. And to quote Kirk, you like that. All right, so we get a big W, 3-3 there, and people still calling for Zimmer's head. I don't know what the hell you want a guy to do. Justin Jefferson fumbled the ball, and we got the punt blocked. The safety on the punt block went the wrong way. Went to the punter's right instead of kicking the guy up the middle, which was a bad choice. Defense played pretty well. Hardly let up any points. It's just those 2 plays there that really hurt us a lot. But I thought our defense did great, and Sam Darnold had 9 drops that I counted. Now, Sam didn't have a great day, but he didn't deserve 9 drops. He should have had maybe 1 or 2 drops. Very fortunate that they didn't have Christian McCaffrey. That said, Hubbard ran all over us. I really feel that Carolina gave us that game. We beat them on time of possession, 37-26, mainly because they wouldn't run the ball, and they averaged over 4 yards a carry again on us. But they showed no patience, and they kept ramming it, and Hubbard did a great job. Averaged over 4 yards a carry versus, and he's a good running back. And again, that's my biggest concern with us is our line play. My bad. First to run, and our line play protecting the quarterback. Obviously, we're first in sacks right now, so that's pretty good. But we're getting pushed off the ball in the run game, and that's a big problem. So that's a bit messy right there. So that's going to be a big concern for us. But Kirk Cousins did a great job. But I'm going to give player of the game to Adam Thielen. 11 catches, 126 yards. Just an insane touchdown catch. Kirk threaded a couple of balls today that I don't know how fans can just keep complaining, but we got those people who just never Kirkers. It's like never Trumpers. It's the same shit. So, but if you're going to try to crush him after this, then you're just not reading the numbers. I mean, you're just a fool. And that's a big problem. If you're a fool, you just don't understand football. I mean, the guy's done a great job. What you pay him, we've talked about before. What you pay him has nothing to do with how he performs. If you overpaid him, you overpaid him. That doesn't make someone perform better or worse than their game. Bottom line is he's been top 7 in almost every statistical category that matters. But then you have fools online who'll go away for a half hour after you crush him with that and say, well, his value in the money isn't as same. Well, that's not a stat that matters. Completion percentage, touchdowns, interceptions, yards per attempt. That's what matters. Okay, quarterback rating. Those things matter. Not this crap, his value in fantasy. Who gives a shit what his value in fantasy is? That's why it's called fantasy. It's not reality. So those are the big 5 stats: completion percentage, yards per attempt, the rating, the picks, and the touchdowns. Man has incredible touchdown to pick ratio. So again, we got people who just love to criticize. You overpaid him. We know that. We know he can't run that well. We know he's not great in the pocket. He holds the ball too long. But to blame games on Kirk Cousins means you're just really stupid and don't understand the game and probably should not watch football. You should probably watch something else. You should go watch the WNBA final the other day. That was big. Sarcasm. But again, so Jefferson 8 for 80, but Jefferson had a tough game. They had a fumble, a drop here or there. Not great. 678 on the winning touchdown for a stud third wide receiver who I love. And Cook, 29 carries, 140 yards. Looked like the old Dalvin there, which was great. Stat most concerns me, though, again, 11 penalties. Minnesota really getting penalized a lot. We gave Carolina 4 first downs by penalty. That is a ton. I don't think I've seen that many in a long time in a Vikings game. I'm trying to think of the last Vikings game where I saw that. But just not good. Not good to be doing that. But again, time possession, we bailed ourselves out. But again, clock management. And this time we went for the points early in the first half. You don't go for the points early in the first half. You just don't. Okay? You can be at 12-10. You kick it. All right? We get to 13-10. We don't do that. We go for 2. We get nothing. Take the point. Okay? Take it. Because you take that point later. Because when you're up 2, if you take a point, no matter what they score, you can always get a touchdown and win the game. And that's the philosophy there. That's the smart thing to do. But we chase a point, and later it costs us to go to overtime. You don't chase the points in the second quarter. You just don't. All right, you chase the points at the end of the game, like Carolina had to do. They're down 11, fourth and 10 from the inside their own end zone. Very frustrating. What's really frustrating is that the refs swallowed the whistle about 6 times in holds on our defensive linemen. Especially on that last drive, they swallowed the flag twice. I'm a former high school official. They swallowed the whistle. I mean, you're going to call it on us, call it on them. I mean, let's just be realistic here. But they didn't do that. But nonetheless, we come out with a win. But again, clock management at the end of the game there. Punt them in. You're up 11. Punt them in. We missed the field goal. They come down. They get the 3 without even really having to do anything. Punt them in there. Going for a field goal there. Put you up 14. Yeah, great. But they're still going to need 2 scores. So let's talk about this. Punt them in. Their offense hadn't done anything all day. We give them a short field, which gives them some momentum. Just terrible. So, but again, the next 5 games are brutal. I think if we can get 2 and 3 out of this stretch, I'd be very excited. We do have the Cowboys who look good, but I still don't think the Cowboy defense is great. We have some tough games in here coming up. I want to say, that the Cowboys offense obviously is a bear. We understand that. We're all about that here. I'm telling it like it is. We understand how good they are. But I still believe that the Vikings can maybe get to 2 and 3 here. So let's pull up the Vikings schedule here. So we got the Cowboys and the Ravens. Those are rough games there. Ravens are very tough. Mr. Jackson is MVP right now, or Mr. Murray. Vikings at Chargers. That might be a game we got to find a way to get. Then we got the Pack and the Niners. Now we got to get that Niner game. So that's a team that's going to be in the mix with us. But I feel if we can get to 2 and 3 there, we'll be all right. Because then we get to the line. We'll be back to 6 and 6. I think the Steelers are more vulnerable than we think. 7 and 6. Got to beat the Bears. Got to split with the Bears. Get to 8 and 7. Rams are going to be rough. Oof. So I think got to beat the Packers at least once. We can get to 9 and 8, 10 and 7. I think we could do it. But 10 and 7 will definitely get us in, I believe. Well, like I said, with 5 teams way out front, there's only really 2 spots left. So we got to find a way to keep the Seahawks where they are, keep the Niners down. We're not going to catch the Rams or the Cardinals, like I said. So let's focus on 9 and 8 this year. Could definitely do it. Got to definitely handle our business with the Bears. We need one from the Packers, and you got to pull off a game with the Chargers here or there. But we could definitely beat the boys. But this next 5 games, if we can get out of here 2-3, I'd be pretty happy about that. Of course, you want the best for yourself. If you start out 2-0, you wouldn't be happy with 2-3, but 2-3 would be okay out of these 5. We got to bye this week. Listen, Patrick Peterson really going to hurt us. There's no way to say it. Patrick Peterson is a stud. That's going to damage us big time. But again, I think we're in great shape. Actually not great shape, but we're in good shape. We're better than we were. If we were 2-4, we'd be done right now because the Panthers would really be way ahead of us. But we did put them behind us in the rearview mirror, and they're going to continue to struggle without Christian McCaffrey. They got the Giants this week, so I'll be rooting for the Giants. And again, fans, we got to root against everybody who's around us. So the Bears, we got to root against. We got to root against the Eagles. We got to root against the Deadskins. And we got to root against the 49ers and the Seahawks. We got to keep them down where they are. And we got to root against the Saints. And like I said, we got to keep these teams out of here. The Bucks are obviously going to be a problem. Saints are going to be a problem. Panthers are going to be a problem. We got to keep all these guys out. But we got a bye week coming up. So next week we won't have a Vikings Weekly, but we got to get Patrick Peterson healthy. And let's root for those teams around us and about us to lose this week. So here I'm telling it like it is in my Chris Carter jersey. A great time to get a victory and a little bit of a bye, a little banged up. Perfect timing. Maybe one less game without Peterson. Got to get him back. Dancer made some good plays yesterday. Breland had a pickoff, obviously. Really nice stuff. But let's just focus on the Vikings getting better. And let's just focus on managing the clock a little better, giving up points for the half and things of that nature. Talk to you next time on Vikings Weekly, telling it like it is.